You're now listening to the sounds of Miss Demeanor.
Missy be the name and y'all should already know. I've been around long as Scarface, so shimmy, shimmy, yeah.
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. For the Magic, this is the last game before heading back to Florida and Orlando. Right now, they're way down in the standings, just 12th place in the conference.
Well, Kevin, in the previous 3 games, they've mostly been backpedaling. They've just really been caught off guard. They've only won 1 of them, so I think tonight is really a big game. They've got to regain some confidence when they go against this club.
Yeah, I think so too, Steve. I mean, they've got to start cooking with gas instead of electricity. I mean, they've got to show some fire and some fight, and they've only got 4 quarters left to make sure they can even this season tally up. So they've got to put some heat on that food.
It always comes back to food with you, doesn't it, Clark?
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Orlando, at the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Brian Vucevic are the power forward and center, and it's the kid in at the 1 spot. And it's Orlando's ball. It's a 3-point game. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it, had them on their hands the whole time. You know, Boston has shown they're a team that's not afraid to make a deal with one of their stars if they think it's going to benefit the team, and quite often those deals have worked out for them.
As you said with Boston, it's an attitude that most teams would like to have, but many just can't really stomach the idea of parting with an all-star. The Celtics have shown they can do that.
For Boston, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. That one misses. Well, for the Celtics, it's worked out quite a bit in the franchise's history, from getting guys like Parrish to making the moves for Kevin Garnett when he was there.
And, you know, it might result in some hard transition years like this one, but there is a reason why the Celtics are never out of it for too long, and doing whatever it takes to improve the team is part of the history of that franchise.
Here's Green, the Magic hitting the bucket, and blocked. Passes to Oladipo, throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a 3-point play. It's on Rajon Rondo.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
Just a tremendous athlete, guys, able to go up and finish over everybody defensively, even the big guys down low.
Now here's Rondo, averaging 12 points a game. He kicks it to Olynyk, back to Rondo. Green passes to Rondo. The dish now to Thornton. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Orlando now. They've got an 8-0 run. Here's the kid. He's covered by Rondo. Harris outside. The pass to Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Olynyk. With the shot, and it doesn't even draw iron. The Magic have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Harris passes to the kid. It's Oladipo on the wing. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Fires from deep. No good from the kid. Celtics trail by 5. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, earlier I spoke with Brad Stevens. If there's an area that he feels they've got to overcome offensively, he said it's probably the shot blocking they'll face inside. The key, he said, is playing unselfishly. We have to make the extra pass to punish them for rotating. Guys, they have to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, and they know how tough a task it's going to be to take on this defense. They've got to focus on that aspect right away.
Well, that's the priority in the scouting report. You face a team this good defensively, you're thinking about how we need to attack it. and then it's a matter of executing once you get out there.
Now here's Rondo. His last outing, he had 8 points, and they're able to recover. He had a nice open look right there. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on him.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be elite. 1:37 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Bass. Blocked. Here's the kid coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Orlando leading. There's the pick. Here's Oladipo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Oladipo's got 5 points so far.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Andrew Nicholson, Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. Harkless is checked in for Harris. And it's Payton in. Now here's Wallace with the fadeaway. Good.
You know, he's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Payton passes to the kid. Back to Payton. Now the feed to Harkless. Can't get it to go. Now the Celtics take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Their defense got absolutely destroyed in that game, guys. They weren't closing out on the perimeter shooters. They were allowing people to get into the paint and score from point-blank range. Just an overall abysmal effort.
Yeah, something was missing, no doubt about that. They let an opponent shoot a really high percentage, and that's got to be a concern going forward.
Pass to the kid. Lets the three fly.
Coming up.
And off we go. A close game. Now he's changing it up here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Well, you know, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. I mean, a lot of differences. But if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright. He's hard-working. He communicates well. He's innovative. Showed that innovativeness at the college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients to become a college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Thornton. Then it's Brandon Bass. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Green in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's the kid. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Coach Stevens, analytically minded at Butler, had a full-time statistician as one of his assistants.
Yeah, very new school in his approach. You might expect that from such a young guy, still in his 30s. Of course, he also needs to connect with his players. You know, and he's doing well. Despite the losses, the players really enjoyed playing for Stevens, and I think he's going to be an excellent coach.
And yes, sir, that one drops. 16 points for the kid.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. It's been great today, and just as hot as he was last time out.
Rondo puts up the baby hook. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
And so Bass nails both of them.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Here's the kid. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Rondo. Celtics trail by 7. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Feeds it to Bass. To the inside. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Letting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
The kid passes to Fry. He feeds it to Harris. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's the kid. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The kid's got 9 points in the quarter.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
One reason they're on top right now is that they haven't done a whole lot of what just happened there. Only a couple times have they given the ball away.
Rondo kicks to Olynyk. Dishes it to Thornton. Olynyk sets a screen for Thornton. And stolen by Fry. It's deflected and stolen by Thornton. From deep three-point range. No good on that last second attempt there. And the...
Okay, that was some strong work in the first half. Let's talk about what we got to do to keep...
And the...
Well, some big numbers for the kid. He has 18 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
So on the floor for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Ryan Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's the kid in at the 1. Celtics trail by 9. The drive by Rondo. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. And that's now 10 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Here's the kid. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Here's Rondo. And that one's good. Rondo's got 7.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh. You know, I just love Kelly Olynyk's great skill level. He can handle and shoot the ball beyond the arc, but also a polished low post scorer inside, so you can run offense through him, and that's really a great dynamic for his team.
Olynyk sets a screen for Rondo. Kicks to Green. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. When former college coach Brad Stevens came in to coach the Boston Celtics, some worried that he'd have a tough time winning over head point guard Rajon Rondo. But the two hit it off. Rondo said they become best friends, adding, "We talk every day. We laugh and joke. He has my full support. I'm behind him 100%. Kevin?
Rondo keeping an open mind and making himself accountable to Stevens' vision, Doris. Thanks. Here's Vucevic. Sullinger with the rebound. Celtics trail by 12. Green kicks to Sullinger. He dishes it to Rondo. Soft touch off the glass. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. From 10 feet out, Orlando grabs the miss. The kid's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. That one goes. Count it. The kid's got 11 in the second half.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Outside Rondo. Stripped away. And here we go with the Magic fast break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
It's rebounded by the Kid. The Kid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Count that one. The Kid's got 33 points.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Green, no luck. Orlando leading by 18. Here's the screen. Pulls up on the wing. No good from the Kid.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Good on the shot.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the left wing, here's Harris, and that one's on target from the wing. Harris has got 7. 1:56 left in the third. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Bass. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Rondo. Drops it in from 11 feet. Rondo's got 8 points here in this quarter. And here is Payton. Off the mark. And it
coming up.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists.
This is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful game.
We've got Olynyk. Evan Turner is out there with Brandon Bass. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Smart in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. The drive by Rondo. Trying his luck deep. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight. Magic leading by 14. Payton passes to the Kid. Rondo on the double team. Launches a 3, and that one's good. And that's now 7 points here for Harkless.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Here's the Kid. No good from outside.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Payton passes to the Kid. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Harkless with the bucket. Harkless has got 5 points now this quarter.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Now here's Smart. Defense right on him. That's good.
Then you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Here's the Kid. Passes it to Nicholson. Here's the Kid. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smart kicks to Rondo. From deep. And Harkless pulls it down.
Boy, I don't know who has that kind of range. That's well beyond the arc.
Not sure what he was thinking about there.
Here's the kid. Here's Nicholson. Shot is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. And up the court come the Celtics on the break.
Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga was a point guard for the majority of his high school career before growth spurt shot him up to 7 feet tall. You can see the result of playing point guard for so long. He's a big man with shooting and ball handling skills of a much smaller player.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Celtics. Thornton comes in for Smart. Then for the Magic, Vucevic checked in for Andrew Nicholson. Harris comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Peyton.
And Olynyk, growing up in a basketball family, his father a coach at the collegiate level, also coached his own kids. His mother a longtime referee. So Kelly's instincts and understanding benefited from that wealth of knowledge growing up.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. He also conveyed very strongly that they need to not take chances defensively, saying, quote, going for a steal and getting burned is not worth it. So coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thanks, Doris. And Olynyk in his final season at Gonzaga, leading Division I basketball Clark and player efficiency rating.
Well, we know the analytics guys are going to love this, but he shot 63% from the field, Kevin, even shooting a number of shots from the perimeter. And the survey of NBA GMs ranked him the top steal of the draft. And I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, he's a big guy that's mobile, skilled, with tremendous upside.
Here's Rondo, and that one's good. Rondo's got 12 points here in the second half.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Orlando leading by 14. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Here's the kid. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender draped all over it.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Anytime they've had a chance to attack the lane, they've done so. The penetration has been impressive.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
And it's Rondo penetrating.
Well, Rajon Rondo still in a Celtics uniform, and that didn't seem like a foregone conclusion over the last season. Boston in the midst of a complete rebuild, and Rondo already in the prime of his career, so a lot of discussion about a possible trade.
And Rondo drops them both.
What a night so far for Rondo. He's got 19 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
Here's Oladipo. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Magic lead by 16.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Orlando.
Looks that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA, to push the pace and to apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch,
It
too.
sure is. It sure is.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
Well, this victory now draws them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
It's been a good battle between these two this year. Fitting that it ends 2-2.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for the kid. You have to look at his steals and when he would come up with them as major factors in this result. And this game is finally getting away from him.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Magic have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. The three. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Nick, what can you point to as the team's primary